Hey guys, I'm Wisdom, and I'm back with another one. So, some seasons God is going to put you in. He's putting you in that season for you to zip it. Okay, zip it. I just had a great conversation with a good friend of mine, and I was trying to tell her that I feel that her season right now is for her to just watch. Okay, so sometimes God will put us in the season not for us to speak on certain things, right? Not for us to address certain things, but for us to watch and take in and know, like, okay, all right, oh, I didn't know that about this person. I didn't know they felt that way about me. Okay, well, oh Lord, I didn't know you was going to do that. Okay, sometimes He will put us in certain seasons to get us to, we just supposed to watch and not speak. We're supposed to listen also and not speak. All right, so we have to realize that there's a power in silence. Okay. There is a power in silence. There's a power in your silence. When you are silent on something, right? You don't speak on it the minute that you know something or the minute that you want to say something, right? And it's go for anything. You hold a sense of power in you that is kind of like, I know something that you don't know. Right. And God gives us an appointed time for us to speak on things, for us to address things, and for us to like pretty much like bring things to the light, right? He gives us a certain time and when we're supposed to do that. But if God is revealing things to you in this season, right, about people, about friends, family, relationships, like future plans, right, that He has for you, that's another thing. When God tells you what He has for you in the future, zip it. Okay, don't go running off at the mouth. Oh yeah, God doing this, God doing that. He gonna do that. Don't do that. Okay, I always say don't do that. You can tell one person that you really trust and that you can trust this with, because it's good to have a witness. It's good to have a witness to say, hey, I know God is about to do this in my life. I want somebody to witness this so that you know that I told you God was going to do this, right? You have to learn to zip it though. When you are starting a new business, when you are moving somewhere else, when you are starting a new job, anything God is, or if God is revealing things about people around you, zip it. Okay? Because God, just because He is revealing things to you in this season, it doesn't mean that He wants you to act on it. It doesn't mean He wants you to go start telling people what He has planned for you. Okay, because a lot of times, especially when you tell people your dreams and your goals, a lot of times people are just they're going to bear their fruit onto you, which is likely going to be doubt, hate, envy, jealousy, or unbelief. All right, and God cannot work or move in your life when you are in unbelief. Okay, we all know this. All right, God works off of our belief. Okay, so when if we have any sense of unbelief in Him, He cannot work off of that. So that is why a lot of times when God does do something, or when He's doing something in your life, He will put it on your heart for you to be quiet about it. He will say, yeah, I don't want you to tell this person this. Or He will minimize the things that you can tell certain people. All right. So I'm not saying you can't tell nobody, but you just have to be very careful in who you are telling. Because if a person is not going to, for one, support you, right, or for two, like actually like push you to do whatever God is telling you to do, if they do the opposite, it can stunt and stop your growth, and it can take you longer to get there. All right, I've had this happen so many times where I like went and told somebody, "Oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to be doing this. I think I'm supposed to be doing that," and then immediately they put their doubt and they're like, "Oh, I don't think you should do that, Wisdom. I don't think that's a good idea," and then I just didn't do it. I cannot count how many times I went and told somebody I knew or somebody I was close to things that I was planning on doing, and they spewed some type of doubt, and it literally made me doubt, and it made me not do it at all. So don't tell people which your next moves are. Don't tell people what your plans are. Don't tell people what God is doing for you or what He's going to do for you. Don't. Keep it to yourself and just do it. Once it's done, once it's complete, once you already done started the new job, or once you done already moved to that new city, or once you done already started your content, or started your business, whatever it is, once you've done it, then you start to tell people, hey, look at what God did for me. Because then now that can allow somebody else's faith to be helped, right? So now somebody else might start to have some faith in God and say, oh, well, God did this for her. Well, maybe He could do the same thing for me, right? And that's how we all start to build faith, through other people's testimonies, right? But there's a beauty in keeping quiet on what God has told you He's going to do for you. There's a big beauty in that, because it's like you have this secret that only you and God know, right? Or like I said, maybe a couple, maybe like two other people that you're very close with, right? But it's certain things I just don't tell no, I keep it between me and God. So it's certain things that just nobody knows but God, right? That He's going to do for me in my life. But when that comes to pass, then I will share with the world, right? And that is how it's supposed to be done. You keep your things you hold them sacred, right? You keep it between you and God. And that way nobody, because the first thing people are going to do is they're going to spew their doubt. They're going to speak from their own cardinal mind. All right. Because when you are praying to God and you are having your own intimate time with him, right? They don't know what God is telling you he's going to do. They don't know what God is saying. They don't know who God is saying is your person. They don't know what God is saying, like, hey, this is what I need you to do. They don't know. So they're judging it off of their own understanding, off their own cardinal mind, right? The same how the next person could make a decision and you could be like, I don't understand why they did that, right? It ain't for you to understand. It's for them to understand. It's for God to understand why they did that. But we have to realize that it's the same thing with us. So when God has told us to do something, right, it ain't for nobody else to understand. It's for us to understand. It's for me and God to have this understanding. Like, we have this understanding with each other. That is all it's for. Okay. So you keep that between you and him, and you wait for him to do it. And once he do it, then you can start to tell people, oh yeah, God did this. He's been telling me for the past couple months or the past year he was going to do this, and he finally did it. And now I can share it with the world. Now I can share it with other people. Right. So I hope this helped you. Okay. Learn to keep the things that God has said that he's going to do. Learn to keep that to yourself. Learn to keep that on the inside. Okay. Stop telling everybody your dreams and your goals and your plans so fast. I don't even know if this video was about that, but I guess this video was I don't even know if that's what I was talking about in the beginning. I just lost my train of thought, but I'm assuming that's what this video was supposed to be about. So learn to keep the things that God has said he's going to do for you. Learn to keep that to yourself, and learn to keep that inside until it's time, okay, for you to share with the world. All right. And it shouldn't matter what people think, because a lot of times people think, well, I didn't know you was going to do this. I didn't know you was moving. I didn't know that you was about to do this. It's fine. It ain't for you to know. Okay. It's for me to be in agreement and in alignment with God. And as long as I'm doing that, it does not matter. No one else's opinions matter. Okay. Some wisdom. This is Wisdom Talks. I'll see you in the next talk.